All right, good day, family. It's the time you've been waiting for. That's right, Senior Talk with Clara Hubbard, your resource and information show for people getting better with age. Well, let me tell you, we are so honored to welcome a new element to our programming. This beautiful lady is a good friend of mine. We've known each other for over 20 plus years or better, close to 30, if I'm not mistaken. And let me tell you, our energy started in hospitality, but we're going to get to that later. Let me tell you all, we are now in the presence of a master's certified coach. She knows everything about organizing, getting your personal and your business organization together. We know now is a time it can be never more present. So before we do that, we're going to take care of our intro. Tell everybody, your friends and family, that Senior Talk is live. You're watching this live on Senior Talk Media. If you want more information, we'll have that scrolling at the bottom of our broadcast. Everyone stay tuned. We'll be right back after this opening. All right, family. As we told you, we are back and we're here with a new segment of our programming. What did we gave ourselves a title? We're gonna get to it, but anyway, let me say this. I'm so excited. I have known this young lady for over, I would say, 25 or more years. Always vibrant, always inspiring, and she's going to be that to you, your family, and friends, and who is tuning in or listening wherever you are in the world. Her name is Jewel Quackenbush. She is a master certified coach, and if you just dig in, because we all need to reset ourselves. And so when I talked to her some time ago, I said, I'm looking at rebranding, but I just want to make sure what I've done now is going to be relevant. She said, Clara, sit still, take some moment for yourself first, and then think about the journey of what you have done and where you're going. So
Yeah.
that's just a little bit. So we want to welcome to Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard, my good friend Jewel Quackenbush.
Ooh, oh my goodness. I don't know. What do I do with that introduction? Shoot.
Let me tell you. So, if you would, to our viewing and listening audience, please just share um, your background and how what brought you there. Because as I told people earlier, we were in hospitality, and that thing
Yeah.
was doing that thing. Hello,
Yeah. Yeah. Hello.
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 And we're in
You
different
know,
elements.
I did start my journey in hospitality. My education is in occupational therapy, but I knew that even when I was in school, I was probably never going to use that because it wasn't the right fit for me.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up getting a job in hospitality at the Palmer House Hilton. Shout out. And I started there at the front desk as a guest service agent and enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It was front facing, and I ended up becoming their training manager. And a light went off because somehow that made me feel whole. I was
Mm-hmm.
contributing, I was paying it forward, I was learning, I was meeting people, I was shaping humans. And so I did that for years, probably 11 or 12 years. And then we left Chicago, and I wanted to continue to do that and couldn't quite figure out how do I continue to inspire people.
Mm-hmm.
And the hotels that I worked for started calling me back to train teams.
Mm.
They're like,
Okay.
whatever that juju stuff you have, bring it on back here because we need some more smiles in the lobby. So I started doing that and realized that's what I wanted to do. And coaching showed up, and I decided I am going to coach people for a living. And it evolved from there.
Mm-hmm.
It
Good.
evolved from there. So I am now, I founded Quackenbush Coaching, and I work as an executive leadership and life coach, inspiring people to lead purpose driven lives.
Well, there's something you said in your statement just recently. You just said contributing,
Hmm.
and that's a big word.
Hmm.
Contributing to the lifestyle and to the business level, that people need and helping them to see what they can contribute. So it's an ongoing thing. So I really just took down some notes. And then you said front facing. I was at that front desk myself. And I was in the middle and the left and to the right of me.
Yeah.
And I did receive
Always in the middle. That was the killer window, wasn't it?
as a killer one. Look, I would say, I also received the Be Hospitable Award. Who would have thought it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
So,
Well deserving.
yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Well, let me tell you, that also is a light bulb because we are in a arena now where I know I'm getting better with age, and that's what I use that tagline, getting better with age. And some people may be looking to find out what is that thing that I know I'm passionate about.
Mhm.
How do I put some energy behind it?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
so I think, as we could say, our gifts made room for us because I now been doing this program close to 14 years, and I just love the fact, as I say, that I can contribute to the elder quality of life.
I'm
So I'm
so
gonna take
thankful
that
for
word
it.
contribute. I'm gonna take that contributing with me. So let's get to the meat of this. I was on LinkedIn. I went, let me say her website is scrolling. And for those who are tuning in, it is quackenbushcoaching.com. But let me tell you, this title alone says, and I'm gonna pull it up for those who are viewing, disorganized leader.
That is scary.
Whoa. Stop me in tracks. The terms, all you see is burnt out, burn out, burn out, burn out. Paper everywhere. Somebody drinking coffee. We're not paying attention. So this picture, let's talk about it, and we're going to dive more into the, your presentation. Because let me say this to those who are tuning in and listening: Jewel is nationwide. She is not just in one city, but
Yeah.
more importantly, her programming will help you get organized. Trust me. It is now more than ever more vital to get organized, know what you're doing as a leader. So let's talk about this disorganized leader. It's great. And let me tell you, everyone who is tuning in, if you find her on LinkedIn, there is a blog, but I will post it on my site so you can follow her. Oh my goodness. I'm so just reading in the details of how you broke it down. But go ahead, Julie, if you would start with that title for us, please.
The disorganized leader. We've all been there, and it is something of a moniker.
Mm-hmm.
People wear it like a badge, as if it is something to be um, lauded, and it is not.
Right.
Most people don't realize or understand that they're disorganized leaders, and they don't understand that it's a lifestyle. It's
Mm,
not just a habit, it's a lifestyle, it's a management style, it's a leadership style. And when you're a disorganized leader, you will never notice it because you are in a selfish state of mind and you
mm.
don't see outside around you that the chaos is all over the place.
Wow. Ouch.
And yeah, and we need to ground. We need to get grounded, but first we need to understand and know and recognize what it is.
Mm.
And it shows up all over the place. If you look at your calendar right now, I encourage anybody who's watching
Uh-uh.
or listening, take 2 minutes right now and just go and look at your calendar. And if you have one meeting, two meeting, three meeting, four meetings, no breaks. If you look at your calendar and you have a meeting scheduled at 12 o'clock and another meeting scheduled at 1 o'clock, then one scheduled at 1:30,
Mm.
what does
Really?
that say?
Okay. What the preacher say? If you can't say amen, say ouch.
Ouch, say ouch. It
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. So look how do we start the process? It's not just an overnight thing. It's not just
mm-mm.
one. How do we start the process? What do we observe first?
Your self-care ritual. You look and see when the last time you have actually sat down and was quiet for 2 minutes without being interrupted or without thinking about the next thing.
Oh, okay.
If you find yourself sitting and it's quiet and either your leg is going
Mm-hmm.
or you're rocking, that says, I need to learn how to get quiet. Let's learn how to do some mindfulness. And it
Got it.
does not have to be 30 minutes. It literally can be 20 seconds. A deep breath in, hold it for 4, a deep breath out,
Wow.
hold it for
Okay.
4. And you do that, and that's a small little reset for you. And I encourage everybody to do that before you enter into any meeting
Mm-hmm.
and before you leave any meeting, whether that meeting is virtual, whether it is a meeting with the teacher at school. And you will see all of these little nuggets because it's not just in your professional life, it's in your personal life.
Wow. That's deep. One of the things that I could say I'm super guilty of is my mind races. We were talking last week, and you said, Clara, hey, hold on.
Stop.
I'm listening to you, and I'm almost tired listening to you.
Mhm.
And so I get it. And the mindfulness of what my husband and I have started doing is, first of all, I was on the computer top of the day to dusk and beyond.
Yeah, yeah,
I now
yeah,
make it a ritual, if possible, or when possible, to at least have a cutoff time.
yeah,
Work on my family meal and not eating at the desk,
yeah.
sitting eating together. That's just the small of it, and
Hmm.
that's a big thing.
It's huge.
And then I said I would literally try to be off the computer by 4 o'clock. Does it happen all the time? No, but it's just a regimen that I'm looking. And then I ask people to not call me after a certain time. Hello? I mean, I know that's a big to do, but we have office hours. And as well as I would like to be at home with my family and embrace them and enjoy them, I would respectfully ask people to do the same. And some
That
people
is
just,
that's something that you just said. And I want you to hear what you said.
mm-hmm,
Remember, it's a learned behavior. It's deep. It's in your fiber. It's
yes,
something you've been doing your whole life. So to have to relearn and do something different, it's difficult, but it's not impossible. You
yes,
said, I respectfully ask people to not call me after a certain time. You are giving your power to everybody outside of you. How about you not take any calls after a certain time?
hmm, okay, I got that. I can do that. I like the reverb. I like the mindfulness of what you just said. Right.
That's
Okay.
right. Let's
Okay.
reset. Let's reset that. And that's it all starts with mindset and resetting those little behaviors
Mm-hmm.
that we give to other people. And so when we're talking about disorganized leaders, you know you're dealing with one because everything is always everybody else's issue.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's not the right fit. He's not the right fit. I asked her to do that yesterday. You never take any accountability for why your world is on fire yourself.
Wow.
If I took 5 minutes, if I was clear, if there was clarity in what I asked for, if I wasn't running out of the house in the morning with my coffee, the child hanging on one leg, the telephone in one ear,
Right.
now I'm screaming because I can't find my keys. I'm looking for my glasses, they're on my head,
Mm.
disorganized. You literally have to get quiet. Remember who you are, where you are, and how you gonna show up.
Yes. 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 Okay. Okay. Let's start with the first one. Who you are.
Mm, let's start there. Who are
Mm-hmm.
you? When I ask, um, actually, why don't I ask you? Who are you, Clara Hubbard?
Well, I don't know. No, no,
Mm,
no, that's not clear. That's not clear. I know who I am. I am a woman of influence to the elder community. And for that, I am a woman of God and I am a wife. And then, so the God first, family second, career third. That's what I'm working to practice. And
mm,
so that's the Mary Kay statement. That was her statement. So there we go. Literally, that was her statement. God first, family second, career third. So
yeah,
a woman of God, a wife, and I'm not a stepmother. I'm called mother the sequel. I love it. We'll take it. Three beautiful girls,
you
and
reset that.
Yes, I
You
am.
reset that.
Yes, and I am the granddaughter to many
Mm.
and the granddaughter to the nation. Just put it like that. That's who I am.
That
Point.
is who you are. And thank you for remembering that.
Yes.
See how you stalled in the beginning?
Yeah.
And in the beginning, what you told me was not who you are, but what you did.
Ah. Hmm.
You told me
Now,
what you did.
okay.
And that is how we measure ourselves as people and as
Oh,
leaders. And no, who are then you thought about it and you're like, wait a minute, I'm a daughter, I'm a granddaughter, I'm a God-fearing woman.
Lord Jesus.
That's who you are.
Okay.
That's your value system.
Got it.
That's how you should be measured.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes.
So who you are. When you get ready to go into a meeting, remember who you are.
Hmm.
I am a wife. I am a mother. I inspire people for a living.
Yes.
And then I'm the CEO about to go into this meeting and give everybody else that because calmness comes over you when you think about those things first.
Mm-hmm.
Does it not?
Yes, it does.
Because it's your
Yes.
happy place, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Woo-woo. All right. So the second one is where you are. Is
Hmm.
that where you are? Okay.
Where you are.
Let's talk about that.
And it is not just where I am right now in this place.
Mm-hmm.
It's where you are mentally. It's where you are emotionally. So now I'm in touch with who I am. Where? Where am I? Am I sitting in an office of people who need my undivided attention and my brain is somewhere else?
Ooh.
Am I sitting at the table having dinner with my family and I'm thinking about a deadline I need to reach or something someone may have said me that may not sit quite right? Where am I?
Wow.
Where am I? And that's
Yes.
going to set the stage for everything in front of me moving forward. If I'm at dinner, I'm not going to be fully present. So it means I need to be present
Mm-hmm.
emotionally, not just physically, mentally present.
Wow. One of the things that I do not do that I used to do years ago was take my phone to lunch.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
My husband said, "What you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I said, "Hmm." He said, "Put it down." So they made the phones maybe with us, i.e. for some emergency, but
Yeah.
literally, I put the phone down. I'm not taking the phone because that's time we make time to go to lunch, even though we work for ourselves. And it's just, pull away from the office, get some fresh air. So we do that. But let me tell you, I do not take my phone I don't pull it out at lunch, even if I'm having a meeting or lunching with girlfriends. We're talking, we're dialoguing, and the human contact is so missing in our community of engagement.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
hey, so
We
put that
don't know how to
phone down.
be. We
Yeah,
don't know how to be.
yeah. And so I remember going to a friend's house, or I saw this on TV, I think, and no, it was on TV. And when you come into this particular meeting, guess what? They had a basket. Put your phone here.
Yeah.
I may do that because I've had social gatherings and
Mm-hmm.
watching sports and everything, but it's like everyone's still engaged on the phone. I'm like, what
Yeah.
is
Yeah. And you
it?
put
And
it,
it's not, you should have been there. That's how I feel sometimes.
yes. It's yes, you just said that too. Out loud, I heard it.
Yeah. Okay. Right,
It
right.
sends a message. And so we have been desensitized to that message.
Wow.
And we have made it okay to be absent in the presence of people.
Ooh. Mm. Yeah.
To
Wow.
that I say, how dare you?
Mm-hmm.
And it just spills over and literally into everything else. There, if you look around you, and you always know when a disorganized leader is in charge, you walk into the office to meet them, the greeter or the person, the administrative assistant, does not give you eye contact. They don't take 5 seconds to stop and look at you and say, "Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Such and such is expecting you." No, they're like, "Yeah, yeah, you were here 1:30. Okay, have a seat." They don't even look at you.
Mm.
So that's the office before you get into the meeting.
Sure, sure.
And so when we are not remembering where we are and fully present, it bleeds into absolutely everything. And like you said, the phones is giving us permission
Yes.
to be disrespectful.
So let me ask you this. Taking this 2 minutes for yourself before you go into a meeting,
Yeah.
is it possible that your energy will be felt because you've taken those 2 minutes for yourself?
Yes.
'Cause that's what I like to do.
Yes.
I would like to
Yes.
bring my energy into a room and kind of set the
Yes.
stage for everybody,
Well,
as
let
a
me
leader.
ask you this.
Okay,
Let me
okay.
ask you this.
Hmm.
Have you ever been in a room and the person who's facilitating the meeting or come in or the person that's in charge comes into the room and you automatically know something's wrong?
Yes, yes,
Did they
yes,
bring that energy in?
yes. They did. Okay,
Mhm. What does
yes,
that do to you?
yeah. It throws me too because now I'm at first I'm anxious to know what it was, and then two, it's not even the intent of why we're here.
Exactly. You
Mm,
understand? You just suck the air and the purpose out of the room. You could have been extremely happy. You're getting ready to present some numbers that you knocked out of the park. And so the leader comes in because they've probably been yelled at or mistakenly did something, and they bring all of that right in there with them.
mm, that's
And
big.
like and you're wearing it like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
As if it's okay. You owe everybody in that room an apology before you take that seat. You
Hmm.
owe everybody in that room an apology. Because when you know better, you do better.
Hmm. So, I think, well, first of all, let me say thank you we still got more time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just want to thank you for these nuggets that I'm hearing because as a leader, and yes, I am coming out of this organization
You're a
slowly.
premier leader.
Yeah,
You're a
Premier
premier
League.
leader.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I just want to say I am hearing so much of what I'm going to institute immediately
Hmm.
because I can walk into a room and feel. Most of us can. Even let me say, this is what I do know. When I'm traveling in the car, I can feel the energy shift
Hmm.
of different parts of the country that I travel. I said, my husband said, "Whoa, did you feel that?" It was just something just off. And we just had to be mindful of where we also. I'm like this, Jewel. Um, I saw something that said, "Be careful about the energy you bring into this home." It
That's
was a
right.
little, it was a little a sign that I saw somewhere, and I think correction. I am going to put that at my door because some
Yeah.
people they just start in the morning or midday or whenever they just want to come and just vent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, I want to be correction. I am going to be the best quality of myself. But Oprah said a statement that stuck with me when she closed out her 25 years, and she said, I know I'm Oprah Winfrey and I could be in new places at all times and anywhere in the world, but I want to make sure with the time that I have that I am either learning from you
Hmm.
or we could be a help to each other. I said,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's what you want to do is make sure you're learning from someone, being of help or contributing. Boom.
Contributing. There it is.
Contribute.
We came
Yeah,
full
that's
circle, didn't
it.
we?
Yes, we did.
People, and I find people who do that and leaders who do that, people who just show up and start venting and talking without even prefacing it, they see you as a resource.
Mm-hmm.
And so what do you do to resources? You take, take, take. You never reciprocate it. You take. And as long as you allow me to take, I'm going to continue to do that for you. So you need to set a boundary. Disorganized leader, set a boundary. And sometimes it takes the person working with the leaders, managing up to set those boundaries. So you get what I say to human beings is when they come and they're venting, I let them get the first sentence out and you put a time stamp on it. You say, okay, well, I'm willing to give you a few minutes of my time and listen to your issues without making them my own. You said it right there.
Wow.
Because we take it on. And
Yeah.
now you've set the tone for whatever you're about to do after that.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let me tell you, this gentleman years ago, he said, we were talking, he said, Claire, I don't do everybody else's matter. He said, I do finance, I do reentry. That's my lane. He said, your matter, me fighting with you, and that's not my lane. We
Mm-mm.
get in trouble. I'm all in something else that does not in line with what I do.
Yeah.
So I had to reset myself and have to say,
Yeah.
because I mean, there are many people, of course, I am a premier engagement specialist. I tell you, I'm all over the place. And I just like to make sure people or help them get ahead. Or I call myself the B between A and C.
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm that person. But at the
Yes.
same time, I have to respectfully tell people that's not in line with what I do.
Mm-mm.
Because some people that's not, if it's not senior or veteran related, that's not what I do.
That's not my wheelhouse.
That's not my wheelhouse. I'm gonna take that. I just really, and I understand, and I just want people to understand that if you're
Yeah.
senior and veteran specific, let's get down.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
more importantly, and I did something, Jewel, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I put out a statement and I told people, I wrote a blog about it. I have to share it with you. And it said, I have to interview you first
Yeah.
before you become under the umbrella of Senior Talk. This is my insurance that, i.e., in my absence, or if I need to be out of town and I need other people to go on my behalf, I can be confirmed that you are someone that is of like mind in my business operation. And more importantly, we do not sell, we educate and inform. So that's what look, it has come down to a smaller collective of people, and that's okay. But in the same time, I had to make that stance as the operator and owner of this thing.
You did. You said I'm not a resource anymore. You can't take my resources anymore. I'm not a
Mhm.
resource. I'm not some sort of commodity for you to try to use to, especially you taking out the bank, you not putting anything in. You set a boundary.
Yeah.
You had to. Now my question is,
Mm-mm.
you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What happened or pushed you so far that you had to set that boundary, that you literally had to say in a statement, look, you guys are doing too much. You don't even have to tell me right now out loud, but think about it. Something happened, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Too much of something happened.
Uh-huh. Yes.
And so we are giving our gas, you using all your bandwidth for all the wrong stuff. And you had to put that statement out because you forgot your why just for a second, right? You forgot your why, and your why is full of your value system. It
Mm-hmm.
is full of things that you um, treasure. And when things start getting prickly, when we find ourselves in a space where we have to put out statements, you've deviated from that. And that's your course correction.
Wow. Whew, I don't know. Yes, that's all I can say. Well, we are out of time, but Lord have mercy. Every we're gonna talk offline. We don't have to. Everyone, you've been tuning in and listening to Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard, watching it live on Senior Talk Media and many other
Yay.
podcast outlets across the country. Our guest today and multiple times will be returning is Jewel Quackenbush, Master Certified Coach. We have a coach online with Senior Talk. Praise God. I'm
Oh
so
my goodness.
excited.
Thank you.
So, Jewel, what is your closing statement for our tuning and viewing listening audience today?
Show up for yourself. Remember yourself. Be true to yourself
Mm,
and not a resource.
wow. Well, everyone, thank you for making us a part of your day. And for more information on Senior Talk, please go to the Senior Talk Media. As we say in closing, in complete darkness, we are all the same. It is only our knowledge and wisdom that separate us. Don't let your eyes deceive you. We will see you next time for Senior Talk with Clara Hubbard. Everyone, take care.